My school experience was very diverse, but overall very positive experience, I would say. I've been to quite a few schools, living in out-of-home care. I think that's quite common. A lot of the things that worked for me was around finding my strengths through education and finding that education was often a safe space to come when other areas in my life didn't feel so safe. I felt like education was always really solid.
Education has been such a huge stepping stone to getting what I wanted to get to in life. It helped me unlearn a lot of the patterns in childhood that were unhealthy, and then relearn what healthy relationships look like and healthy ways of belonging in the world. Those experiences has helped me grow as a person.
There was a lot of times throughout my journey, especially living in out-of-home care, where my care team and teachers and my support people, they worked together to really support me to get through. The supports that I felt were most important when I was in school, particularly when I was going through high school, was definitely the special consideration that I got through the wellbeing team, being able to book in sessions with them weekly and catch up with them so that they knew where I was at and so that I felt supported. I also used to go to a lot of drop-in sessions throughout lunchtime, which was like a community. I felt like that was a really safe space as well, to have those extra facilitated groups throughout recess and lunchtime where you could be feeling a little bit more lonely or a little bit more lost, as well as being able to have understanding if I wasn't always at school. And I feel like that's really important, having a care experience background, that people understand that we have more barriers to education. My foster mum, she's been a really important person in my education journey and has created a lot of security for me, and as well as my teachers. They really worked together to make sure that I had everything that I needed.
For me, what was really positive was having really great role models to look up to, as well as just being able to witness the resilience I've been able to develop throughout my school experience. The counselling and wellbeing support services in school has really helped, but I also had a disability support worker during my final years of school when I finally got a diagnosis. And something that really helped was also having teachers who were really understanding of my diverse needs. My care team plan, because I was in kinship care, were able to coordinate with my school and then my school counsellors, but also my disability support worker for an IEP. So that really helped me with my educational goals.
I was able to believe in my goals through having my support people also believe in me, and to acknowledge that I'd already come such a far way in my journey. Education felt like it was very supportive and a very safe space. So I think through that I was able to feel empowered and strong, and that I was able to create a life for myself that I hadn't had in the past. So I think it made me feel that there was something to look forward to.
After being involved in a lot of community services and volunteering in a lot of advocacy space, I realised that my heart is in really wanting to elevate the voices of marginalised communities and wanting to help other people, and that's why I've decided to study my Diploma of Community Services.
When I was in Year 12, I decided that I would start thinking about my career in community services. And since 2019, I've been studying community services. So I've been studying for a little bit now out of high school, and I still have a long way to go, but I've been loving the journey along the way.